Hello Cancer, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Two of Swords. Is there something that we're kind of on the fence about right now? Right? Is there something that we're trying to decide on? Let's put this into some context. There's some more air energy. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. A lot of court cards here. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We'll set it down. Whoop, I grabbed two. And we'll put Mr. Ed right there on top. We have two mystery cards today. It means it is twice as important as a normal reading, okay? Hopefully that card will tie everything together, right? Hopefully it will give us the confirmation that we need. They will. Let's try to discern that card together, right? Let's exercise our intuition as a group. And if you have an idea of what those cards are, put your prediction in the comment section. Okay. But let's take a look around the room now. We've got our two major arcana. We've got some fire. We've got some air here. And that's really it. The rest is court cards, right? We have some earth court cards. We have some water court cards. We have some air court cards. We don't have very many of the minor arcana, right? We have a 2 and a 1, right? We've got a 2 and an ace, swords, and wand there. So it is, it's interesting. I think we're really trying to figure out what the very next step is. Now, we're trying to do so in a very thoughtful way, right? We're trying to really be sure of what we're going to do rather than what I'm kind of feeling with the Ace of Wands here is just an impulsive decision, right? I got to figure out what to do before I do something I'll regret, right? Before you make a decision that wasn't very well thought out, okay? I think we're trying to get through some sort of a cycle here. Here's the 4 of Wands up top. Okay, gosh, there's so many court cards here. Let's just put all the court cards together. The position of these court cards, I don't think really matter that much because there are so many of them. It feels like, in your mind anyway, this is you. And yeah, I know I'm putting all these cards out of order in it. I don't care. They're my cards. I can do that. I feel like it's kind of you against the group here, right? We've got a 4. We've got this cycle. We've got this idea that something needs to break. Something needs to give. There's a lot of tension with all of these. I think that there is disagreement among the group. And it could be a work thing. It could be, honestly, what I'm feeling. And this is going to sound funny. I feel like you kind of won the lottery with a group of people, and now everybody's fighting over what their share is supposed to be. You know what I mean? Especially with the 2 major arcana cards, the Wheel of Fortune and Justice. It's like it's like you and your friends have found the buried treasure. And now you're trying to divvy it up, and there's fighting. And how do we make it fair? Who gets a double share? Who gets half a share? Right? Trying to find out what is the fair allotment for everybody, right? And I feel like this is difficult. It's putting you at odds with this group. It kind of feels like you're ready to just walk away from them completely. And I don't know if these are friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers, whatever they are. but I feel like we really need to really need to tap into our intuition here. With the Two of Swords, we're on a fence. We have a decision pending. We're trying to make up our mind of what to do. And it almost looks like our options are either a kind of an impulsive Ace of Swords, or maybe it is taking more legal action, right? Going through proper channels, okay? And what I can see here, just based on these cards, is that you would be better off going through proper channels than perhaps putting your faith in, this is a difficult one. Going through proper legal channels rather than trusting the group to kind of come up with its own decision, right? For everybody to kind of collectively be on the same page and have a unified action, right? And this could be something, it could be, maybe you are involved in some kind of a legal matter. Maybe it is a class action lawsuit or something. And it's the idea of, do you go alone, right? Maybe Ace of Wands, going alone. Or do you kind of make the decision to stick with the group and do this as a unit, right? Let's be careful with this, because I feel like there is a lot that kind of hangs in the balance. We've got that Justice card there. A lot is in the balance, right? And I'm just going to put these back where I think they went. I think that's close enough. I think there is a lot that's in the balance here. And you're trying to be fair. You're trying to do what is right and what is just. But at the same time, you need to kind of put yourself as a top priority, right? You can't sacrifice your needs for the needs of the group. And I think therein lies the difficulty. Now, what we're trying to do here, again, it's not a logical thing. It's not trying to really reason it out and justify it. We need that intuitive feeling. We need that deeper understanding. I think that's why we have a lot of the kind of air cards, and we've got a lot of these water cards, and we've got the idea of balance, because we're trying to unify our beliefs and our values, our thinking and our feeling, our heart and our mind. We're trying to unify that so we can see what the next step is, right? Especially with the Four of Wands, because this is like something's coming to an end, and you need to figure out what you're doing next, right? And it's something to do with money. Okay, something to do with money. I think that rightfully so, you feel like you deserve a greater share of this because you've been there longer, done more work, you've been more committed to something, right? And so we kind of feel like the scales should be tipped a little bit in our favor, right? And that seems justified here. Yeah. Now again, I don't know if this is family. I kind of feel like it's not family. I don't feel like a blood relation. I feel like it's more coworkers or friends or something, or some sort of a group that all has a stake in the claim here. Okay. Now, as far as how this resolves, maybe the mystery cards can help us with that. Right? This seems like a very challenging situation. Let's see. Let's check these. Let's just go ahead and do it. I kind of feel like, with the princess and then with the Prince of Cups here, I feel like you've got to be more vocal about what you feel like you deserve. I almost wonder if we feel a certain way, but we're kind of we're not speaking up, I think especially with this one, it's necessary for you to speak up, right? Speak your case, advocate for yourself before this is all said and done, and then there's no opportunity to go back and do that, right? We've got to speak up now. Otherwise, I think we'll regret it later, because this is a kind of a short window where you can, okay? So if you have an opinion, and I know you do, you have a belief, you have an idea, you have to speak up, you have to advocate for yourself, okay? Let's look at these mystery cards. I have no idea what these are going to be. Maybe some really strong fire energy, maybe a 6 of Wands will be in here, showing that we have the confidence to speak up and to advocate for ourselves. 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords. That's what I'm expecting. Nope. We got an 8 of Swords, but then we also have the Star. So the 8 of Swords, this is you not speaking up. This is you feeling almost like your hands are tied. There's nothing you can do, almost feeling like you don't have a voice. It's kind of, we're so wrapped up in thinking about it and stewing over it, we miss the window to actually voice our opinions. So I think what's also going on here, especially with the air energies that we see, you've got to clarify your thinking, right? If you want to stand up and advocate for yourself, you have to know what you're going to say, right? It has to be coherent, right? With an 8 of Swords, it's kind of a lack of clarity. We're trying to say too many things at once. I don't think anybody's going to understand what you mean, right? So we need to simplify, clarify, so that you can speak eloquently and advocate for yourself in a way that is mature and that can be comprehended well by others, right? I think we're maybe just, there's the cat to confirm, I think we are very stressed out, very frustrated over this, so we have these thoughts that are swirling, and it's difficult to really get them organized, but we need to, okay? The Star is all about that kind of clarity. On a clear night, you can see the stars perfectly, right? We need that kind of clarity so that we can communicate effectively and advocate for ourselves and get the best possible outcome for ourselves here in a way that's still justified. It doesn't have to be equal. It doesn't have to be 50-50. But it has to be justified. There has to be a fair reason why, yes, you should get a certain thing and others should get a certain thing, or whatever we're talking about. I think it's money. You have to be able to advocate for yourself in a clear, concise, coherent way. In a confident way too, right? Let's take a look at an extended reading. If you want to stick around, Cancer, click on the link up in the corner there. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Cancer, but for every sign. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Saturday. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.